Welcome to Accessible Europe 2019 in Malta, and once again, for another nice welcome, Mr. Andy Quested, Chair ITUR Working Party 6C. That's quite a title.
Yes.
But thank you for being with us. And to start off, how is the approach to ICT accessibility changing within the ITU Radio Communication Bureau?
Yeah, I should just point out that we are, in the Radio Communication Bureau, we are more to do with what I call traditional broadcast, so television, radio.
Old school, as they call us now.
Old school, but also delivered via different platforms, not just the original broadcast over the air, the antenna. So satellite, cable, internet delivery is all part of what we call television and radio services. And there's always a big push due to the large common audience with radio and television especially, that it should be accessible. Our audiences are large, we're measured in the millions or the tens of millions occasionally, which means we have a large number of people with disabilities ranging from requiring captioning and subtitling and signing up to people who really want a big cinema mix. So we have to cater for a huge range, which does mean we have to do our best with what we have available. Cost is really, really important. A lot of public service broadcasters have fixed budgets. So if you push for more accessibility, you get less content, or you get poorer quality content, which means you have less people watching, therefore you have fewer demands for accessible services. So you
it's
get
like
this horrible,
it's
very, very vicious circle. But actually the technology we're trying to develop is trying to cut that circle and trying to make accessibility part of, if you like, of the everyday content creation, no matter how it's going to be delivered.
This technology that you're referring to, is it called ITUR?
ITUR technology, but it applies to any platform. If you think about it, my role within ITUR is Working Party 6C is very unique. We're the only part of the ITU that works with content. Most of the rest is about the delivery of content or of data, or the platforms, or the services that are provided. We actually deal with content creation, and that's where accessible services should start. We've always said the best place to make a program accessible is in the script.
Okay. And how do you intend on working on that? How do you go about implementing it?
We're looking at some technologies like we've heard, you may have heard some people talking about immersive audio, immersive video, making the experience far more immersive. That can either give you a great sort of surround sound, immersive audio, Dolby Atmos type audio, which everybody's heard of, but it can also be personalized. I can drop the background music, I can take off the crowd noise, I can boost the commentary, I can move it around a bit. The same with captioning. I can change the size, change the position, change the color. And we're beginning to look at signing in the same way. I can add the signing in the position I like, not the position that I've had traditionally been told it will be in. We're beginning to be able to do more simultaneous. We've always been able to do captioning, and it's now getting better. It's no longer sort of the teletext, chunky text. It's now well defined, easy to read. Audio description, we're beginning to have audio channels available so that we can send 2 lots of audio. And eventually we're able to send 2 lots of video to a standard TV, and you'll be able to turn the signing on or off. That does mean we'll be getting more and more. But it's not just sound and pictures. I can ask you, press red. How many times have you seen a program that says, press red now if you want more information? Yeah. How do you do that if you have a mobility issue? So do we then start to talk to Alexa and the other audio devices and devices here like eye movement for controlling EPGs? Do we start to do more of that? And then what about the standards? I've just shown a video of 2 girls, same age as my daughter, in the early 20s, who went deaf at 6, love nightclubs. Up until now, all they've heard is the bass through their feet. They're wearing haptic shirts, which means the first time they've experienced music ever, and it's quite an emotional experience for them. But designer clothes, I've got a Versace haptic shirt on, and I go to a nightclub and they say, oh sorry, we're a Armani haptic shirt nightclub. So that's where standards are important, so that you don't have to buy lots of different devices for the same service on different platforms. And I think that's what my role is within content creation. Make a language of how we want to describe accessibility, and let the vendors who are very, very good at building products get on and do it. And they'll
Fantastic.
win with whoever has the best.
Much to learn from this conversation, Mr.
yeah.
Quested. It was a great pleasure hosting you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.